Hello, what's going on, boys? How you doing today? BV Fitz in here, Mo, SPG, Harmon, Carson, Mo again, which is probably Stongshin's real name. Gurwinder, what's going on? Nikunj is Nils, I think. Joseph, CJ Fit. Joseph, what's going on, boys? So let's get right into it today. I'm not going to lie to you, I wasn't even watching the indexes as much today. I was watching individual stocks and how they're moving. SPY, again, just a big nothing burger all day. We opened up today at around 442.46 was the open, and we closed at 442.14. So a grand total of 30 cents on SPY today. What a crazy move, right? Crazy volatility. What's going on, Raji? How you doing, bro? Miss you, bro. QQQ, same kind of thing. We opened up today at 368.52, closed today at 368.70, so a grand total of 18 cents. So that mostly tells you what the indexes were doing today. If these ones are flat, then there's no way big tech was running today. I don't even have to look. I can just tell you just based on what SPY and QQQ were doing. XLF was the strongest one again today. Remember, we had that huge range on XLF between 37 to 35. We broke out and we're holding up here. So XLF has all-time highs on the horizon now. All-time highs is 38.53. Today we hit 38.14 high of the day, so we're about 40 cents off today from all-time highs in XLF. Watch financials. IWM, same thing, not much movement today. XLF, obviously, very obviously the strongest index, just looking at the charts. What I like about IWM here is that wedge that I drew out last week. It is retesting the upper trend line right now, and it's holding. So IWM might be a long here. Keep an eye out for small caps running. It might go. If the market holds up on Wednesday, CPI numbers aren't too bad, IWM should start running small caps. Keep an eye on them. Coinbase, play of the day, play over the weekend. What did we do? We called out the $300 calls for Coinbase based on crypto running over the weekend, and Coin has earnings this week. So what did I say? We're gonna get a gap up on Monday. We're gonna sell these for like a triple. So we called them out, $300 calls for $2. Sold them this morning for around 6 and 7. So great play over the weekend. Congratulations if you followed. These kind of plays you only get at MSL. You already know. Coinbase, very strong day, very strong close. Earnings coming up. Catalyst, I think earnings are tomorrow after close. It looks like it. So Coinbase earnings tomorrow after close. If I'm wrong, type it in the comments. Read it later. But right now, everything looks fantastic on Coin. There's not too much volume up here, so we can move fast through thin air up here. Where do we go if we keep running? 303. So keep an eye out on Coin. I'm probably going to get out of the last of my calls. I'm going to get out of the last of my calls probably tomorrow before close, just because I don't want to hold it to earnings. But other than that, overall, great play. Congrats if you caught it. SC was a monster today. I was watching it during this run just non-stop. End of the day, broke the 8-day moving average. That should have been your signal to get out if you were in. Little bounce off the 21-day and then just dumped into the end of the day. Not a bad dump considering we have ran all the way from 255 all the way to 311 here. So big move in 2 weeks on SC. We broke over the inverse head and shoulders that we were watching, closed above it. Everything looks fantastic. Even yesterday when we dipped below the resistance, we came right back and closed right above it. So bulls are defending this resistance here. Keep an eye on SC. This one could explode to 400 later this year. SC is one of my favorite companies. It's probably my first or second heaviest equity position in my retirement account. When we first started MSL last year for free, I was calling this play under $100 back here. Whoever was in it last year, congratulations. That should have paid for your diamond membership before we even charged people. So SC looks fantastic. NEO, nice comeback today. Very poor close last week. Only number that matters on NEO is $46. So all this is just consolidation. They have earnings later this week, I believe on Wednesday or Thursday. And just consolidating. Let's see if we get an earnings run up. The only number that matters on here is 45.50 and 46 level is the resistance. We need to close above that to really get going. So I'm still holding my calls. They're like down a little bit, but if we get that pop, then let's see if we can get out for some more profit. 50-day moving average is at 45. We closed above that, so everything looks great on Neo. Post market 43.32, or is this thing messing with me?
45.17.
Yeah, trading view. I'm gonna have to give these guys a call, man. Jesus Christ. Zim looks great, back in the consolidation range. This is just a huge range between 40 and 47. We have earnings on August 20th, I believe, or next week, I believe. So I don't know. Earnings are here somewhere. Trading view screwed up. I'll tell you later. We're back in the range though, between 40 to 47. Everything looks great. Big bounce off the lows. Flagging here after a huge move off the lows, and it looks great. Close over 42.70 should give us back to 47 quickly. GRWG, I jumped in calls at the end of the day. Why did I jump in calls? Look at this daily chart here. Look at this huge volume here at 43. I told you guys in the morning if we looked like we were closing about 43, I was going to jump in GRWG calls, and we got that breakout. This is just a great looking chart to me. Ricky doesn't like the longer term charts, but we're playing it for 2 weeks, so I don't really care about the monthly. Let's see if the daily gives us some kind of continuation. Weed is bound to go. I mean, if you're looking at GRWG, this is a beautiful, beautiful chart. It's almost inverse head and shoulders as well. If you take a look at the other names in the weed sector, they all look bottomed out. They all look like they're making higher lows here. CGC, Tilray, GRWG. IIPR is my favorite weed stock. Why? Because look at it compared to all the other ones. What else we got? I can't believe I'm pulling up this chart, but Aurora even looks like it's bottomed. So let's see if weed gets a run, and you guys know when weed runs, it really runs, and they all go together. So just keep an eye on the weed sector. Moderna, just non-freaking stop, man. Everyone keeps arguing it's extended. I'm going to take puts. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. The game has changed completely on Moderna. If they force you to get vaccines every single year and they charge you year after year after year after year for these, and it turns into the flu shot, the opportunity for these companies to make money is endless. Like, they're going to make, this is a whole new, and PFE will not move as much as BNTX or mRNA. Because PFE has a bunch of other businesses in it, it's worth a lot more. It's a billion dollar company. Whereas mRNA and BNTX only make vaccines. Like, their business model has completely changed. Plus, Moderna has announced that they're doing some kind of cancer treatment drugs. So this thing can go insane, man. I've seen these kinds of moves, and they are not something that you want to trade short. Basically, if you're trading a stock that's at all-time highs and you're trying to jump in short, it's like you're jumping in front of a runaway train. Like, that's what you're doing. Like, this thing is all bulls every single day. It's almost double the stock price in less than a month. And you guys are like trying to take puts on it. Doesn't make sense to me. Counter trend is very, very hard. Wait for one of the admins to call these plays, because we've seen these kinds of plays. And when it starts running out of gas, I will take puts on it. But for right now, it looks insanely strong. Like, it's run so much, and today again 17%. It doesn't want to stop. So just hold on to it if you had it. I know BV Fit killed the play on Moderna today, 1,000%er. Congrats. Kurt, great hold, great trade, and go Diamond. We got TTD here. I drew this ugly little picture the other day. I'm sorry, I'm terrible at drawing on charts, but we had this huge descending channel after the split. Finally broke through that. Then we had this very clear resistance here at $80.50. Formed this little inverse head and shoulders. My arrow says we go up, so I think we go up. That's why I called the calls, and that's why I held them overnight. So overall, healthy chart. Everything looks fine to me. There's not really anything that's a red flag to me. The end of the day was a little bit weak, but I mean, like I taught you guys, the low of the day was 78. The high of the day was 84. So $6 move from low to high, and then we closed at 81. So we closed $3 off the highs, but we also closed $3 off the lows. So it's kind of like 50. It's a little more consolidation than I like to see. But let's see where it opens tomorrow. We have 4 days. $85 is not that far away. If we get back up to 84, I would be selling a little bit more of my calls. I missed my sell today. No big deal. I was on the hammock. No regrets. ZM, strong close to the day. Kind of nothing burger for the rest of the day. Longer term, this chart looks absolutely fine. Everything looks fantastic. Look at this. So I'm just going to show you something. 1, 2, 3 days up, then 2 day rest, right? Huge day up, 3-day rest, then another huge day up. And guess what? 1, 2, 3-day rest. And the moving averages have caught up. So tomorrow ZM can really get going. Nice hammer candle on the daily. Weekly looks fine. Everything looks great. No red flags on ZM at all. AFRM, I jumped in this one basically because there was rumors about SQ buying them out. A bunch of people in the group got in way higher than me, so I figured it was worth the risk to reward. Right now, nice base forming here. 70.68 is a must break. If we close above 70.68, this thing can go flying. Just based off the rumors, after 70.68, I have resistance up here at 79 bucks. So $9 move possible if we close above 71. If SQ announces that they're buying them or other news comes out, this thing's going to absolutely skyrocket. I'm sure there's a lot of shorts stuck in this one right now. MasterCard calls are already green. I drew these arrows last week during aftermarket. You've seen them. So the stock price must follow my arrows. I'm just kidding. Huge support here. Held up. Only closed 1 day below it, then right back above it. Came back, retested that support today. I'll get rid of these ugly drawings so you can see. Yeah, so I told you guys last week it was 3 days up straight, so it needed some consolidation. Today, consolidated, touched the support almost to the penny, and now we're looking for higher. And this thing wants to run. It could run all the way to 380 in very quickly. So let's see if financials stay strong. This MasterCard should pay us. The calls already closed green, so I'm not really worried about it anyways. Novavax. I jumped in 300 calls for September 5th for $5. I absolutely robbed the market maker. Today he wasn't filling me at bid. I wanted more. I put in bid to buy more at 5. Didn't fill me, so I didn't call it. Only number that matters on Novavax is 228.10. Let's see if we can make our way back there. Very strong day for the vaccines. Big gap to fill here. So over 202, which we got over 202 today, we could potentially gap fill all the way up to 227.20. So there's a $25 move possible on NVAX, and that's why I still have those calls. Held them through earnings even though it went down. I was going to add today, didn't fill me. The market maker remembers my broker number, I guess. So let's see where Novavax goes. I'm very bullish on vaccines as a whole. PFE, very, very strong close here. Ricky jumped on some calls today as well. I told you guys last week, everyone was asking me about the PFE calls. It's just a 3-day rest pattern, man. It's like normal stuff. This is basics of stock trading. Stocks cannot only go up in a straight line. They need to rest. They need to consolidate before the next move. And this is a perfect example. I've been screaming bull flags at you guys so many times. You're probably annoyed of hearing me talk about bull flags. But this is a picture perfect bull flag. And it just does the same thing. Big run, flag, breakout. Big run, flag, breakout. Right? So just it's so easy, man. Just keep watching. Don't get scared over one red day or one red hour or something like that. Stuff needs consolidation, all right? Ricky, how much you need? Medical Panso. Okay, sorry about that, guys. MQ, so PFE already went over. It looks fantastic. It broke 52-week highs, I believe. It's not all-time high. I remember this one was trading higher back in the day, yeah. So we're going for all-time high here as well. All-time high on PFE is 47.44, and we closed today above, or we hit 46 today. So we're $1.50 off all-time highs. When PFE closes at 46, we should have a monster move on the premium in our $46 calls in October. I don't even want to look at my PFE calls until September when that FDA approval is about to come up. We should get a run into that, and that's when I will probably sell them for $6 or $7 each. But I could be wrong. That's just my opinion. MQ, great call here. Look at this. Massive day here, 10:59. I called these out. $30 December 17th. It was from one of my friends. Gave this play to me. Called out $30 calls for December 17th for about $4. They closed today at around $5. Look at this chart, is just set up to go. So just an IPO, typical selling for an IPO, and then they put in the low. They reversed hard, and then today was the real day when people actually found it. Earnings coming up. I'm not sure if this is the right date because TradingView is stupid, but it says August 11th, maybe Thursday or Friday are earnings. Let's see what happens. I'll probably get rid of some before that. I do have way too many, so I'll get rid of some before earnings when I look it up. And the rest I will probably hold till November or December. This company looks great to me. Spotify. For Stonctions, call out here. Looks like a double bottom. Nice little curl up. If this is the low, then this was a great play that you called out. I could see a move happening back up to the 21-day moving average, 234.22. The reason I didn't jump in is because the bounce wasn't convincing enough for me. Because we went from $280 high here all the way down to $213. So we lost $67 on the stock, and this bounce has only gone to 227. So we lost 60 and only got 14 back on this bounce. Not enough of a strong bounce for me to get in, but it doesn't look too bad. 3 days up, might need some consolidation. As long as it holds this volume shelf at 221. If it goes below 221, I'm not interested in it at all. If it holds 221, it could be a possible entry point. Let's see what happens on Spotify. Someone's asking for Goldman Sachs. I hate banks, guys. I hate them. Goldman Sachs alt. Is that an all-time high? Looks like an all-time high on Goldman Sachs. Could be wrong if 10 years ago they were over 400. But looks decent. I mean, took all-time highs. It's been consolidating for a long time. And now very, very strong. So Goldman Sachs looks like it wants to continue for some more gains. Prior ticker. The prior ticker was Spotify, David. It's SPOT. GS, Goldman Sachs strong. Looks like it wants continuation. No real volume up here. Should keep going. So if financials stay up, then Goldman Sachs should be the leader and should keep going. Thank you guys for attending. I'll see you guys tomorrow.